also here. All right, there we go. And we're gonna sit here and wait until the boys roll in. So you are currently on your, let's see here, you're rocking around the Ukraine war zone, right?
Correct. Yeah, no, I am no longer in the safety of Sweden. I'm sitting outside here of Kiev and watching the fireworks.
I'm going to put up your little icon there on the chat. That way you're at least represented.
Hell yeah! I've been playing caramel dancing in tune with the artillery strikes.
Man, I love how like this memes like this war's like part meme, part like actual war. It's so amusing. It shouldn't be, but it is.
It's what it is. The war is still going on, which is terrible. But it's the fact that the Ukrainians are managing to hold on this well because of the Russians' continuous fuck up is to me very entertaining.
Yeah.
It's very fun to see the Russians getting just demolished on the field,
getting bit over by farmers. It's went all BMP. Tractor stole it away. Like, what the fuck you mean a tractor stole our BMPs? They're just gone now, bro. They're just gone, man.
Just gone. Ain't here no more.
they ain't here no more. All right.
Yeah.
So we should have a few more boys joining us, part of the cop podcast group. They'll be here in a few minutes.
Gotcha.
We come on here and watch the chat roll in.
Is Nick Perdia joining us?
No, he's asleep right about now.
Ah, shit. Okay.
I need to drag him on here one of these days, but that man just slimps, man.
Yeah, I want to hear his mighty voice in this call trying to explain anything relating to anything at any time, because he's just like, hey, it's fucking impossible getting the fucking world up. And it's like, every single thing sounds fucking terrible. And his laughter too is just atrocious. Sounds like fucking Squilliam.
He's gonna watch this, you know that, right?
Right, remove your subscription for me. I'm sending on a free man. Right, it does a bell.
I gotta clip the sentence like, hey James, check it out, bro. That son of a bitch.
Yeah.
See, I remember I was filling in for Megan for a few of the videos, like the deer video, and people kept calling me like James's side chick. So we're kind of like leaning into it now. Like I'm slowly replacing Megan as his love and also his fucking co-host.
It's starting to develop to something bigger.
It's evolving. All right. But yeah, so
we're becoming a bad bromance.
Yeah. So I believe, let's see here, it should be Beast Zapper and a few other boys joining in here in a few minutes, but when they get here, they get here. But yeah, so what have you been up to, Freeman?
Well, what have I been up to? Over the course of the summer, I've been working hard, been prepping all the paperwork necessary to go to Canada. I'm currently on vacation, so it's been a lot of fun. I've been here just a few days, and I've already been enjoying myself hardcore. And I'm gonna continue to do it.
That's good. Besides doing your YouTube channel, any other projects you've been working on, or no?
I haven't uploaded much on the YouTube channel at all over the course of several months now. I've got another project planned, which is going to be an interesting thing. There's going to be 2 videos at the very least that I've got planned. And because of the fact that I just so seldomly upload, I'm thinking that whilst I'm uploading those 2 other videos, I'm probably also going to be doing little shorts. I've got some ideas of like some dumb shit, just small shit.
Yeah, like literally, I'm gonna start drawing short comics because apparently YouTube is leading into the whole shorts thing. Everyone and their mom's doing fucking shorts, and I'm like, as a book writer, how the fuck do I do a short? Like, my videos are an hour long on average. How the fuck, like a minute? Oh yeah, your mind. But mostly, what I knew you as that you are a. You could say you're an internet historian of internet cringe and like the dark depths of the web. Because for a while, you were courting the furries for a while, I think, weren't you?
Yes, I was very much so tapped into that particular sphere, kind of seeing what was going about.
So, in terms of sexual innuendo, how far down the rabbit hole did you go when it came to furries?
In terms of to what I discovered,
Well, not really that, but like, how far did you go to truly expand out your discovery? Did you more go like surface level, or did you like a deep dive on that particular internet internet culture? Because today's podcast is going to be the deviancy of the internet and how it kind of bloomed the human subconscious into going and letting humans freak flag fly a bit too high above the clouds, and it kind of gave birth to all these just strange shit we all know and I guess sort of love to watch burn, you know? So like, how deep down the furry hole did you go?
well, if we're gonna go with the analogies you just put up, I'd say the furry fandom is like Icarus. They flew up with the wings made of wax, and then they melted and they fell down on fire. And the problem is though that the depths to which they decided to fall into was just endless. So it continued down and down into infinity. Yeah. But
So-
yeah, to the things I've found, it's been kind of horrendous.
Horrendous. Because I remember you were interviewing them, weren't you?
Yeah, I was talking to people from the fandom, and I was also talking to people on the sides. Sometimes there were people that wanted to talk to me that didn't want to be on, which was fair enough in and of itself. So I've been chatting to a fair few here and there.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting ordeal. What kind of made me a little bit uncertain about the whole thing was the fact that after the first video that I did many years ago, at this point, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, did a video called My Problem with the Furry Fandom, and kind of just laying out like ground points of what I understood of the fandom at the time from an outsider perspective. And I guess I just wanted to know more because I didn't know what it was about. So I did my thing.
Oh, you didn't know? Okay.
I didn't know too much. Like I obviously had seen the art. I knew that it was around the concept of anthropomorphism, but like, what more was there?
Yeah.
That I didn't know. So I decided to, make a little bit of a deeper dive and see what it was about. And what I eventually discovered was that it's got loads of problems, and there are a lot of them that are very unspoken, which is very worrisome.
I mean, as well as like, I got into it because I wanted money. Like, like during
At least you're honest.
my early quote unquote art career, which is to me, a cringeworthy thing to say, more or less, I was like, you know what, these guys will pay for fucking anything. So, there's Dravo and there's Sieglund. All right, the other degenerates are here.
Oh my lord!
So Dravo Sieglund, DJ. This is Afreemanornot. You may or may not know him. He's a acquaintance of mine. Work fellow. I would call you a friend, but I would call you a friend, but I don't think you consider me a friend. More like that weird guy you know from James's side of the history board. You know what I
mean? I would say online acquaintance. Online friendships for me is a little bit of a strange thing. It's usually like I'll be friendly with people, absolutely, no problems with that. As to who are my actual friends, though, I mean, it's usually the people that you actually meet up with, right? Yeah. And sure, you can have a long, illustrious friendship over the course of several years or decades on the internet, and sure, then there's an argument to be made there. I'd say this so, but yeah, that's typically how I do it. But I don't look down on you or anything. Not at all.
I would.
I think you're cool.
I would.
Well, then that will stand for all of you. That's fine.
All right. So, but more or less, me and Freeman were talking about this podcast today. It's basically an overcoming parcel on internet deviancy, and you three are fucking absolute deviants. I know all about you three.
What do you mean?
Yes. I've seen your videos, but
no.
But like Afreemanornot and me, I mean, I've had brush-ins with the furry community because like I would sell them art because they would pay for fucking anything, and and a Freeman went deep down the well on would you call them explanation videos or like cringe videos, Freeman? Because you would go and try and find like the lol cows of furries, I believe.
Oh
no, I didn't try to find the lol cow specifically. It was more along the line of I was just so enamored by the apparent escapism that seemed to be so strongly tied into the fandom. Like the thing is, when I first started looking into furries, it seemed as if though they had an underlying problem that no one was willing to talk about, no one was willing to address. And it seemed as if though that was something that at the time was not very well spoken of. And if it was spoken of, it didn't get a lot of attention. So,
You of
and
course
if it was spoken of,
saying you of course mean Cure the Wolf and all the other big names that kind of pop to mind when it comes to the furry fandom.
sure, you had the big names. There are smaller names as well, but yeah, he's definitely a big one. I think that was the one that blew the lid, because this is not a thing that has been, just all of a sudden, started to exist. This has been a thing in the fandom for a long time, since its founding.
Well, it was founded because, I mean, I believe it was sci-fi conventions that triggered this whole thing. Because I believe there was some author back in like the 80s who would do anthropomorphic books, and it just like the bacteria mold slowly grew from there. Like with anime, it was an explosive creation like Evolution, where you put fire on little goo and it explodes out in tentacles. With the furry fandom, it was a super slow burn that kind of like went under the shadows for a while. And I remember when I was courting them for coin, for lack of a better word, I was not prepared. I was not prepared for like how deep that shit went. Like there are all these weird like biscuit layers to the furry fandom that I was not prepared for. And there's actually been a resurgence of the furry fandom due to VR chat. Believe it or not, like there are whole avatar worlds of these fucking things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, ask these
You'd think that it's a cake with a simple cake. Then you check that the layers has layers upon layers upon layers within layers. So an impossible thing.
Except the cake's covered in like like fur tufts and fucking giant rubber breasts.
Mm-hmm. Hairballs and tufts everywhere.
Oh god.
Don't get me started about the fuckers that wear around going with diapers and shit.
Yeah, like it's funny how like it's like the furry fandom is like a vector. And it's why I kind of zero in on furries, because the furry fandom has everything in it. There's the creepy cub furs. There's the diaper furs. There's like the beast. Like it's like a weird like sub fetish that just grows other fetishes. Like there's like balloon furries and inflation furries. It's like this is
it's basically a fandom with many subgenres.
It's a no man's land.
Well, it's a subgenre with like in the world of fetishes, the furry fandom is a genre which within has like subgenres. And as far as I'm aware, there's not really any real other fetish to have the amount of subgenres that furryism has.
I mean, they're just kind of derivatives of already existing ones, I'd say. But they're kind of taken to an extreme because you can anthropomorphize it. And therefore, if you include it in art, I mean, that's going to be the medium of your delivery. So you're going to get it in there fairly easily. I mean, if you're...
What I don't get is how the hell the furries avoided all these copyright strikes. Like, they're like, oh yeah, I'm Crystal the Fox. Like, that's an owned property. How the fuck are you getting away with this shit? Like,
I think it's because of one, the original people didn't care enough to really censor it because of the fact that it was like, well, I mean, it seems to draw attention to our property, which, I mean, is the attention that they want. I mean, any attention is good attention as long as you're like getting it out there, I guess.
True.
So they probably didn't care too much at the time. They didn't understand the phenomenon as it was, or either were furries themselves. That's not impossible. One never knows.
Could you imagine being like, oh man, we got a lot of sales, cool. Hey, why have we got so many crystal fan art selling? Sir, it's the furries, like mother of God. And like they pull up Google and shit. But what's funny is like,
hey guys, it seems as if though Jared's character seemed to really sold out.
Yeah. Well, if you notice, a lot of these franchises who do video games and cartoons always have the furry character just to help get that vector of money coming in, and that's been like a constant thing. Like, what was that most recent Ratchet and Clank video game?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I know what you mean, but with the
the new character.
Yeah, well, there's that new female character, and like they were selling merch before the game even came out. Like they were just like,
it's a strat.
Yeah. We looking
I mean,
for
there was porn of that
furry
character
audience
before it was released as well. As like you got to see it for like 6 seconds, and there was like already 100 images over the first 3 days or something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's because you notice, like, if you go through trends, there's always like the furry leaning character because they want to pull in those money hungry degenerates. And I just kind of laugh because I'll see the image around my Discord once in a while where it says like there are 3 folks who will commission guard like wealthy entrepreneurs, doctors, and like wealthy furries. And I was like, oh god. But it is kind of true though. Like furries have income out the fucking yas, and that always struck me as weird. Like these guys would drop $100 on a commission, like, yeah, thanks, bro. And it's like it was nothing. I was like, god damn it.
Hey, when you got a niche need, you gotta pay for it. You gotta pay the premium.
Now drawer buying Wonder Bread.
I would pay for that. That sounds funny. I'd pay for that.
So before all this,
Now Bayer going into debt.
Ooh, that was smooth. I like that.
now pair going to debt. Now pair drawing. Draw.
Now drawer homeless. Just goes worse and worse.
Drawer buying a lawnmower at Lowe's on credit. But before
ever
though,
heard of food stamps?
like furries were an underground movement. There weren't any real big furry communities. Like there were cons. You would see these. I remember, like in the '90s, you would see these people running around. You're like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's a furry. Like, what the fuck? You know, it wasn't a big internet presence. But when internet, took off at speed around, I would say actually 2005, 2006, when the internet really fucking sped off into the fucking sunset. That's when furries really exploded out, and that's when internet deviancy as a whole exploded. And I don't want to purely blame 4chan. It is my home turf in terms of internet browsing websites, but like 4chan and Reddit just started like creating these monsters that no one can fucking control, because at one point we were all talking on like more or less chat rooms and stuff. It was still isolated to go and try and find your fellow fetishist online, and that is a whole board where y'all can meet each other in one place, and that's when shit went off the fucking rails, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is kind of
Networking started
insane.
to happen.
Yeah.
Like, shit. I mean, just like, I don't know. Like, what is the humor, or just like the fetish stuff, or the art trading, or like the big video trade? It's like once people hit 4chan, it's like a horrifying, like a whole new world, but like it's like underneath a sewer pipe, like it's just like Babby's first moment in B. You were like, here's 15 fetishes, right? This is in your fucking face.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
finding a porn
yeah.
mag in the forest, it just opens up a world you didn't know existed, and you don't know where you are, but you know what's happening.
Yeah, and that's
I mean, shit. Look at how many people make a living off of making the suits.
Yeah. We know
Jeez.
someone like that.
Do you really?
Yeah, Mikey knows someone
there's
that's like that. Like, she professionally makes full suits as a business.
I mean, there's gonna be someone for everything. So
Yeah.
there's always gonna be.
You there, Taylor? Yes, make me a fox. Pardon me?
Excuse me?
I said make me a fox.
Exact measurements.
It's form fitting.
Including the Velcro tail hole for reasons.
Maybe that's gonna be like Breaking Bad 2. They're gonna start making illegal fursuits and sell them without paying tax.
Yeah.
I would watch the shit out of that.
Walter,
oh my god.
Walter, I have cancer.
Yeah.
We gotta make fursuits now. What?
Okay, so we got Beast in the chat. Apparently, according to him, 3K per suit for hers.
There he is.
Oh, B Zapper, there he is. So 3K a pop. At how many man hours though?
That's a
From
great
what I
question.
hear,
sorry,
they vary.
How many
Imagine-
fox hours? How many wolf hours? I'm sorry. Is there like a particular wolf hour you got to put into it? How many
Creature
beaver hours is this? Curious.
Jesse, we have
How many
to sew.
elephant years is it gonna take?
Yes, we have.
That's funny.
Imagine
45-ish.
Yeah, imagine having the Breaking Bad 2 memes that would come up from if it was going to be about fucking furries in the future. It's going to be like,
That'd be so good.
yeah, it would be super good. I ordered the fursuit because I'm into anthropomorphism. You did it because you are furry. We are not the same.
We got the same.
So like, I know how far I went into fucking internet deviance, and I'll get there in a bit, and my experiences with that. Freeman, how, besides furries, where else did your freak boat take you that you found yourself like, how did I get here?
Well, I guess I've always had like an interest in knowing about people's stories, and the ones that are in really crazy positions or themselves very vibrant with like, you know, with just their behavior in general. They all have some sort of story. They all have some sort of origins. I guess it's just interesting to see exactly where people are coming from. So you have Chris Chan, of course, who's like the lol cow that everyone would know about.
Of course.
Yep.
And he's like the, you know, one of those that you get to really see out and about. He's basically the poster child for it. Me, on the other hand, I got into looking up furries and shit along those lines because it was something that was interesting. But something that was also very interesting was obscure TTRPGs. Now, for anyone that hasn't seen my channel, I do reviews of tabletop role-playing games like D&D. Now, there are 3 rules when it comes to my reviews of them, and they have to fit within the 3 O's. They have to be either old, obscure, or obscene. And
we were talking about one earlier.
yeah, and there are some really, really good ones that are really interesting because the people that made them are also really interesting to a certain degree. You had one called, for example, Fatal, which some of you guys may know about.
Roll for circumference. Like, pardon me?
Yeah, roll for circumference.
That's yeah.
That's a special one. I looked up as much as I could about Byron Hall, and I've got a little bit of interesting information about him. If people want to hear about it, it's like a small
Down
thing.
the clown.
So this is something I'm going to be mentioning in the next video. So I guess your audience will be getting a little bit of a sneak peek into this one.
Okay.
So allegedly, Byron Hall, the creator of Fatal, after he created Fatal, after he took the copyright for it and everything, he's been just running away. He's changed his name. He's tried to run away from everything that ever attached him to anything ever. But he's still paying for his Fatal license because that shit is expiring in 2023. He continues to update it.
Really?
And there was a guy that wanted to buy it, and he wanted to give him a sum of money for it. And when he offered it, right, because he was hunting down Byron to try and, actually negotiate it with him, and he found him on like an obscure streaming website with other people, where he was in a small podcast or something along the line, and he reached out to him to ask him about this business inquiry. And what do you think he does? He deletes the entire site and leaves the group and is off again. With his patent in hand, just running into the sunset.
I love this guy.
Does he still make money from Fatal, or is he just kind of like, this is my only
Fatal
claim
never
to
got
fame?
a copy.
Really?
Fatal never got a single copy released, to my knowledge. So he's not getting any money from it. It's just a copyright that he's holding on to. He filed it, and he's going to keep it. It's his poster child. It's just because he doesn't want anyone else to come and steal his property to like re-release it or something. That's my guess.
Hey, at least he's honest to himself.
At least he's honest. He believes he has some. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I wrote a 1,000-page book, and I am claiming this is the best shit you'll never find elsewhere, then I'm holding on to that shit. In the crypto world of TTRPGs, I am hodling for life.
Yeah,
if I get to have that title. But he's not the only one. Stefan Molyneux, or whatever his name is. I don't remember his name. I would have to look up the video again. I'm in another video about a character by the name, about a TTRPG by the name of Rahuwa. Without going too deep into it, it stands for Racial Holy War.
I'm interested.
It is exactly what it says on the tin, and it's got a lot of weird and wonky shit about it. The rules and the system, the way that it's painted up, the enemies, they are exactly what you're thinking, and 10 times worse than you could probably think for yourself. It is horrendous. The guy, though, is also horrendous, sure, but he's got a story that I read up on.
Well, it's one thing, though. I will say, like, the internet has made finding the monsters a lot easier. Like, usually you had to go to the paper or, like, read special articles to find out about these monsters. but I think you can use more. The monsters, the monsters are more accessible now with the internet. Like the trials of Chris Chan and Shadman and all those like those little beasties we all know about. Like, imagine if it didn't have the internet, you would never know about Shadman and like the absolute well of blackness that is his particular fan base. Like, if you want to try and find someone to hate, the internet made that really fucking easy.
Is he even still alive, by the way?
He's still alive.
Is he?
Shadman, yeah. Shadman recently, to my knowledge, is in the US or something along the line. He's I don't know if he's still on meth.
Yeah, that was the last
He's
I
still
heard
on
of
meth,
him.
according
Yeah,
to
that was the last I heard of him.
According to the
He's in prison, in fact.
he's most likely even in prison.
You know what? I would expect nothing less.
I mean, he fled his home country of like for in order to not get in jail.
Yeah.
And he gets into jail again, like in another country. Is this going to just be the trend or something?
Well, no,
God.
I couldn't tell you, but like, because he goes by Shadbase88 on fucking Twitter, and want to bring up a card. Oh, okay. So I'm getting a DM from Domino. He's talking about bring up Furricon. What the hell?
What now?
He's
Wait, is it DM?
Oh, okay. So we're bring up a card game, both furry and obscure, Furoricon. Magic the Gathering, but without mana burn and all about busting a nut. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like I know someone who lives that life.
I'm not surprised anymore.
You guys don't want to bust a nut? What the fuck? But yeah, but more or less, the internet helped create like a haven for all these lolcows and just absolute deviants. And like, when it comes to DJ Dravo and Siegland, how far down the iceberg did you guys go? Because I'm near like the 3rd level at this point.
Well,
Trying to think of what I can say. But go ahead.
I watched my started when I watched my first episode of Inuyasha. And
Still haven't done that, by the way. Just gonna throw that out there.
I actually blame I throw a lot of blame towards Inuyasha, and I'm on the train too, because at that point I'm like, this subculture is actually quite interesting to me. I don't understand it, but then as I develop friendships with people going to conventions that are that are furries, whether you want to be kaiju protogen or whatever your persona is going to be, and ranging from you're just wearing ears and feet to full-fledged $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 suits, that they're a tight-knit community of, we all understand each other. We don't care if you don't understand us. And I do respect that a lot.
So.
Yeah, I can respect that, but like the problem is the fact that it doesn't seem sometimes when it comes to the furries, they don't really take care of their own fandom. In a sense, like they try to, but the problem is the fact that there's no cohesion. There seems to be such
There's
a
also
rabid mix.
There's also a lot of bad eggs in the mix.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's got a lot of bad eggs.
And they try to do their best to get rid of those bad eggs, but it's really difficult.
Yeah, but also the people that are trying to get rid of them sometimes just aren't that good either. It's like there are no heroes. There's no one really to bat for in that sense.
Yeah,
there are no hero furries.
There are no hero furs.
Yeah,
But-
it gets really dicey when you are, 1, have a persona, and then 2, are online with a persona. You have 2 layers of obscurity on top of you. You can do some things.
If you really want to dive into something, I think one of the most recent ones, and I think everyone in this call probably knows their name if I say it out loud, and I probably will, which is Sappho.
Yep, I know about Sappho.
Okay. For the uninitiated, then, or otherwise don't remember, Sappho was a YouTuber who was doing a lot of like hypnotist ASMR stuff like that in VR chat, and they made a video called "Coming Out About Things."
Hashtag Zoo Pride.
And
I remember that one.
Yeah, everyone thought it was going to be like, oh, they're coming out of the closet as gay or something, and ready to support them. But no, they came out as zoosexual. So they had a attraction for animals. And that spiraled really fucking badly.
It spiraled quickly too. Like it went
very
like a tornado.
Oh yeah, it went very quickly downward. But like,
it even reached places that were outside of the fandom.
People are like, what the fuck is this? Because due to the internet, people go, hey bro, check this out. And like, what the fuck? Hey bro, check. And like, you play like deviant telephone, and suddenly like 10,000 people are like, who the fuck is Sappho? And then they spread it, and now everyone knows about your fucking dog humping tendencies, apparently.
Christ alive.
Yep, that's usually what happens. The thing is, though, that Sappho, like, that whole arc in and of itself, I was almost thinking of making a thing about it, but I don't know. Since this is Twitch, I'll try and keep it a little bit low, but I'll say this. The thing about Sappho, right, was that they got out with this stuff, then they tried to basically play it off as, lol, screw the haters, and, you know, where this, like, you can't touch me, you can't hurt me, and they tried to continue going onwards and to just, you know, do their thing as this thing and support it as hard as they could. People continue to, like, shit on them, continue to call them names, and continue to also, like, try and harass them through other means, right? Because they want them. And then comes the worst part, which I don't know how many people actually know about. Sappho created her own zoophilia organization, which was supposed to be about supporting zoophilia and animal health, which are two completely different things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can guess how well that went. She was going to be the head chairman of this nonprofit organization. They had a YouTube channel. They still exist as a YouTube channel thingy. I know that.
They kind of do. They're being watched quite closely by people who are just waiting for something to happen.
I don't think that it's going to happen. Like, and the reason I'm saying that, I'm pretty 100% sure nothing's going to happen. Because this spiraled so far into threat of docs, threatening family members, reaching out to family members, trying to, you know, life ruination. It was life ruination on both sides. And it was getting so bad that eventually Sappho got taken to a mental institution where she was shut in for several months. Yeah. And and the worst thing was that while she was stuck in there, they were very nice. They helped her out and stuff like that. But their biggest mistake was that they allowed her to be on her phone. Because during her stay, they were allowing her to be on her phone. I don't know if it was supervised. I don't remember if it was supervised. But, you know, the fact that she still was allowed on her phone is pretty bad, because she got in and checked what people were saying, what was happening, kept up to date about her herself and stuff along the line. And do bear in mind, by this point, she wasn't just a zoophile. She was also coming out as a map supporter. And this was before she got, you know, put into this institution. And then here's the most batshit thing about it all, is that she was then released with several medications that she was supposed to take, which kept her very much so, like, knocked out. Or
to take. You need these, do I?
I don't know if I don't know about that. I can't speak for it. But I will say this, right? She was, upon release, according to herself, considered to be high suicide risk. And she goes back online.
And what's funny is that, like, without the internet, was she been normal, you think? Like a normal-ish chick? Was all like accelerated by the internet, like all the access to all this shit? Like, without the internet being there, would she have been normal? You think?
I mean, there is an argument to be made about it.
I'll say yes and no.
Good answer.
Because some things are just there without the internet, then the internet can just accelerate it to mass amounts.
I remember, like, when I started doing this stuff, like getting on the internet, I was normal in the very beginning.
I highly doubt that. I'll be 100% honest.
So I was pretty much normal. And then I got into anime in the army, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And then the monster girls came along, and they got their hooks in me. and I just can't. I couldn't shake them loose, bro.
They got their talons in you.
They did. Their talons, their fucking snake
Their
tails.
hooves.
I couldn't.
Their hooves.
I could not get that shit away from me.
The hooves.
And unfortunately, like the internet was like, "Hey, I have a whole website about monster girls." I was like, "Shit," because I knew like, "Fuck, they have me now." And
I know what my homepage is now.
and I always kind of laugh because, you know, I think everyone will be normal except for the fact that internet was like, "Hey, you really like skinwalkers, huh? You want to see some Rule 34?" And like, no, I really shouldn't, but oh, she sure is thick. And like, you just can't run from it. Like once,
you like skinwalkers? Do you want to see them give birth?
do I see them pay their taxes? But it's like, but literally, due to the internet, you can't outrun what it finds out about you. Like, as soon, I'm seeing Domino's DMs. So basically, like, once you figure out, oh, I like this weird thing, and you realize that there is a smorgasbord of weird things, you're like, I really shouldn't, but I got an hour to spend and nothing else to do. So you fire up the old Mozilla Firefox and you go on a tangent, and now it's like 2 a.m. There's a pile of tissues by your fucking chair. Like, what happened? Why's my forearm so big? And like, you can't escape it. Once the internet has you, you can't shake that shit loose.
Yeah, you're pretty screwed after that.
Do what?
Yeah, you're pretty screwed after that. You're stuck in it.
Yeah.
And like, so like my my biggest like internet sin is definitely monster girls. What's y'all's? Like what's the one thing you're like, fuck, it has me? You know, you're trying to crawl out of the black well of doom and the hands are coming out towards you. Because for a lot of guys, it's lolcows. Like a lot of guys, they get engrossed in like 4chan lore, Chris Chan lore, you know, people like Dominic Schmidt and all that, like and like Pamper Chew, they go deep down in the depths and like, oh, I gotta know this guy because they gotta, you know, understand just how fucked it is. Like like the Gunt saga, a fucking what's the other one?
Ethan Ralph.
Yeah, yeah, the Gunt.
Oh man, I gotta love the Hog Boy.
Yeah, like Sam Pepper, Rail Pony. What's
a fucking Rail Pony.
I'm trying to think of some other ones, but like the Sonic Girl saga. There's all these things where you go, huh, that sounds interesting, and it's so like off the cuff, like, oh, I'm not into this, you know, and you fall down this like horror show of internet culture that like drags you in. So, most times you're like, this isn't my thing, but you always find that one thing you just can't shake off, you know, and it just kind of gets its hooks in you. Because like, I used to never think about monster girls at all until like anime first came along, and I'm like, well, this Monster Musume anime is kind of neat. You know, and it's like, oh god, they're in me! Ah, to get dragged down to the shadow, help me! And it's literally that's all there is. So we'll start with Freeman. Freeman, what's your internet sin? Don't like
my internet sin. We're talking.
Like the one thing you're like, you know, I should have never found you. Why are you here? And you just can't shake that monkey off your back.
Can't shake the monkey off my back. Good question. I'd have to give that a thunk. But what would be my internet sin? I mean, depends on what you consider a sin, I guess. But going by your descriptions and stuff along the line, Doujins. There you go.
Doubt. The fucking letter code dojins.
Yep, the Doujins. They got me. They got their hooks in me. There you go.
You're like, brother, give me the code. And like this is a random string of numbers. No, it's not. I know those numbers. I know there are guys out there who like they'll see a string of numbers and they'll get like flashbacks to the dojo. Like, oh god, it's in hentai all over again. Because I believe it's either in hentai or something like that, where it's like you get like a 6-letter or 7-letter code. And there are guys who like know the codes, and I think one of them is like the what's it called, metamorphosis or some shit. Where
that's
like,
correct.
Like,
what do you mean? I know a few people like this, Guard. I genuinely do. It's upsetting.
These people have a memory that they're using that they could be using to memorize the entirety of Pi, but instead They want you to remember their Doujins.
How about you, DJ?
I don't know what my internet sin would be, other than the fact that every single timeline from iFunny to Facebook, it all mine just turns into fucking titties. And I don't know how.
I can fucking concur.
So your sin is Facebook MILFs? Is that what you're telling us?
I can't escape
No,
them.
no, no,
The
no,
MILFs
no.
are everywhere. I can't get away.
You don't understand. Follow this fucker on Twitter. You're gonna
don't
see
do that.
titty.
No, don't do that ever.
This is
You
up and
fell.
down the timeline.
You
Hell
fell for the
no.
Zuckerberg.
Like earlier today, I went to the kitchen to grab a water, and then all of a sudden it's just like, hey, so even though you've never watched an episode of Game of Thrones, we're just gonna show you some Game of Thrones characters' boobs right now on your timeline. And I'm like, okay, thank God I don't live with my mother anymore. She would be like, okay, we're going to church right now.
So, I mean, if you really want to do that and discuss, do you want to know more? Just go into Starship Troopers again, and you'll find all the things you'll need.
Do you want to know more? Pop, pop, pop. I was kind of laughing about how on Twitter, like I was getting pissed because I'll go on Twitter to check, messages, and I would get like, I was gonna go scroll, like, do you want to look at my Pokemons? And some chick with her titties, like, this isn't a Pokemon, you fucking thought. Who are you? Like, it's, and Twitter will push shit. Like, if you look at like one VTuber too many, you just get nothing but VTubers the entire way through. Just thighs, VTuber. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, that's literally like Twitter's fault. Like, hey, you like Pokemon? And there's some chick going, I'm gonna call my titties Pokemons, and she's gonna literally insert herself into your feed. And you're like, oh, huh, titties. Like you can't outrun this shit anymore. It's just there.
Especially most VTubers, they all have some sort of like lewd hashtag that, where you can like submit some of your NSW fan art that they'll look at and appreciate.
I'm just gonna say, hashtag all thighs matter.
All thighs matter.
Yep.
I was
Put it out there.
I was on Twitter and same thing, scrolling through, and I remember it was some VTuber who some cat girl thing, and she had like, if you saw me, would you? And it was like the repost symbol and the comment symbol, but the whole thing said missionary press, missionary press, missionary press. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, is this how they're getting fans? Like, what the fuck?
Missionary press. Imagine that being a newspaper.
The missionary press.
I'd buy that every month.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1. Yes, someone else. Let's go.
We should have taken Stalin, and before he became the chief editor of Pravda, we should have put him on that.
The missionary press.
Yeah, the missionary press. He would have been the fucking man in chief. He would write his own articles. He would write his own shit.
You grab your paper. Wonder who's pressed today. Oh, I know this lady. So, Dravo, I know there's a deep well of shame in you, but what's your internet sin?
Jeez.
There's so many.
Yeah, notice how he didn't deny that at all. That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Is this going to be your coming out video, Dravo? Are you going?
He actually came out 3 days ago. I also want to throw that out there.
Jeez, good. All right then.
Good for him.
Tell me everything. Naughty secrets.
According to the topic of earlier, I've gone down the furry rabbit hole.
It's like, okay, but how deep down the furry rabbit hole? Because some folks will lie and go, I just like the art, man. And some guys say, it's got boobies, I'd fuck it. But there are some who go deeper than that. Like,
he's at least half a dragon deep, I'll be honest.
half a dragon deep.
I mean, okay, if you're half a dragon deep, please say hi to Nick Beardia for me.
You should ask him about a certain attachment his new custom VR chat character came with.
Yeah, he swears he didn't pay for.
Oh,
he swears.
Pay for it.
I should say,
Questionable.
So
It's highly
fucking
detailed, dog.
God.
There's no way that was free.
So Freeman, these three are big VR chatters. I had him on one day about the progress of VR chat in humanity, and these guys go deep into VR chat. So they're on a whole new level of deviancy than we could ever be.
Don't lump me in with these two.
Oh, shut up, Gecko.
I'm a gecko. What do you want from me?
I'm a leopard gecko. Hey, look at Lodi. So,
since I can't ask cheeseburger.
but the thing is, like, it's funny because like Dravo goes, how far? Because there are levels to furryism where like some guys go, I like titties.
I'm not far. I'll tell you this much: I'm not far. I have peeked into the darkness a couple of times, but I have stayed away.
I have leered over the edge.
He can still see a little.
The
bit
fatal
of light.
curiosity.
Fatal curiosity.
He's still in the kiddie pool.
But
or the ball pit with you, rather.
But sometimes you have to ask, like, how far down the furry hole are you? Because some guys go feet first at Mach 10 at the gate buying fursuits with fucking Velcro holes. You're like, deep down there, are you? And like and those guys are beyond redemption. They're so deep in the hole, dude. And then there's some guys who are like, I just like titties and fat asses, and she happens to be furry, you know. Like my favorite like troll thing to do is like say people who hate furries, you know, but like want to meet like fantasy races. Like, what would you do if we're finally contacted by an alien race, right? And they're all hot as shit, and they're smart, and like big, tall, dummy mommies full of muscles. But the only caveat is that they're all fucking space foxes. Like, would you still be like, ew, a furry? Or would you go, well, they are real now, and her ass is fat? Like, where would you draw the line in real life?
I mean, if we're coming to right, something that you have to remember when it comes to real life, right? If we're going to be seeing actual aliens that are going to be fucking foxes coming down from space, right? How good are they actually going to look? If we're going to put it into reality, right? It would be a combination of, you know, man and animal. There's a reason we keep it in the line of fiction. If you're going to take it out of there and you want to go ahead and do it, sure, but you have to realize the sort of eldritch horrors you're going to unleash.
Well, but imagine how pissed the anti-furries would be if they're like, their first alien race is like picture perfect. It could not be better, space fox. You're like, fucking goddamn it, you know, because you gonna set your pride aside that are anti-furry, or you're gonna hop in the furry pool.
I think at that point they're just gonna enact the Imperium of Man, and someone is gonna become the Emperor, and it's just gonna be a holy crusade.
Oh,
I'm so down.
So Beast brought up Buff Pup. I am well aware of Buff Pup, and I troll her fucking streams from time to time with like $5 donations.
He's hilarious.
Like there's Buff Pup and Lube Pup, and Lube Pup I call Lube Pup.
Fair.
Sup, Lube? She goes, it's not lube, it's lube. I like give her like $5, like LOL Lube Pup. She goes, fucking stop! And she'll like, it's great. But
I think that if we're going to go into like a future where eventually we do find out aliens are hot and they want us, and the anti-furries are going to be like, fuck, we got to put an end to this. They're going to start doing a space crusade. But it's not going to be any different to 40K. The only difference is that we're going to have Welcome to the Cum Zone blasting on full throttle. That's
all I know is when that happens, I'm becoming Tau.
So
that's the Noise Marines in a fucking bucket right there. That's all they do. Just go up to you and just blast. Welcome to the Cum Zone.
So why do those guys wear power armor? To hide their shameful boners? Ah, I see.
They're not really hidden.
To stop you from their shameful boners.
Yeah.
All right, Zieglin, your turn.
Okay, also really quickly, imagine how powerful your mutant baby would be, Guard. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Mutant fox baby?
And I'll be honest. Oh, no, actually, I can think of one thing I could say.
What's that?
The site no longer exists, but when I was younger, I was really into this whole website that just hosted videos of people stealing things from like a ton of places.
Deviouslicks.com. Some bullshit.
Oh my god, that shit.
So it's a website that's full of people just stealing shit?
Yeah, it was just videos of people just stealing shit from various places or people's houses.
Sounds like people of Walmart.com. Like
people of Walmart. Oh my god.
Interesting.
Well, Freeman, you don't have Walmarts in Sweden, do you?
We don't.
So there's a particular website where you can catalog the creatures that go to Walmart at like 3 a.m. and you'll see, like, you don't know how these humans even manage to move. Like, they're like mutations that go out to buy
they are actual mutants.
Like,
they're ogren.
Like, Afreemanornot, if you're bored and like I don't have any content I want to do, just go on people at Walmart.com. They're like, look, kids, Americans.
Yeah. Even worse, Midwestern Americans.
This is why we go on jogs. You don't want to look like that.
This is why we go on jogs and walk the dog. Oh goodness. But yeah, but I've kind of taken my internet deviancy to heart in a way, because I'm more or less normal-ish in terms of what I do, because everyone knows like, LOL, you're the monster fucker guy. I'm like, yeah, hey, that's me. Like, what's good? Sup?
You know how many of those there are though? Like, damn.
It's like putting up the based face, and you go, yes.
Well, because you have to, because if you're even mildly known, you can't outrun your sins, bro. Like if you're anonymous, you could probably duck and hide.
I mean, even then, it's like, why attach it to fame if you got something that you enjoy and you don't mind that people know about it? To fucking live your shit. Like if it comes to the conclusion that it comes out, it's like, okay, just own it.
Well, you know what else you can't outrun, Guard? A centaur.
And now they're gonna run you down, and they have ways to hold you there as well.
Bring those hooves to daddy.
Yeah, but no matter what you do, they're gonna catch you.
But I stopped being like, ooh, nope, and I had to fucking explain that shit in court. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, we can explain, no, Your Honor, it's actually an AK-74, not a woman. You kind of go, you know what? Fuck it, embrace this shit, because there's no going back after that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, it's funny how each person has their own niche on the internet. Like, how even especially artists, and YouTube creators like me, Freeman, or James, or Larry the Lobster. We all have our niche we kind of fit into for what we do. And mine has always been like either monster girls or like rifle girls or some kind of deviant bullshit with anime. And then Freeman, you've been D&D and cringe and what else?
Role playing. If I were to summarize it, I'd say there's three things that my channel is known for. It's role playing games. It's furries, and it's stories.
Stories.
Things like the All Guardsman Party. I have a narrated series of that one, and talking about D&D characters, for example, good and bad, personal and otherwise. Like, I even had one with James when I talked about one with the worst names ever. Someone brought up the Tau. Well, I was thinking of this. I was thinking of one of the planets that they own, and one of the planets that you get to fight on in Dark Crusade, because the character is named Genocide Kronos.
Damn.
It's insane. His species was Wendigo, and he's like 70 years old. He's super fucking weird. He's got a shadow that follows him around. It's like super lethal, super deadly. OP, please nerf.
Shadow the Hedgehog, the Wendigo version.
Yes, not even kidding. That's basically it.
Damn.
But I think another thing I've always noticed is, let's see, like how at first deviancy was like, oh, look at this fucking, and now it's like, it's almost like, if not embraced, it's almost like memed to death. Like, take for instance the whole like Wendigo thing. At first I was like, LOL, Wendigo, so scary. Now it's like, I want to fuck a Wendigo, and like there are like Wendigo fan art, Wendigo like memes, and it seems like things evolve super fast online now. Like these things that were like, oh, it's a spooky, scary Slenderman. Now it's like naked Chad buff Slenderman stories and shit. It's like, what the fuck? And
Wendigo, more like, when do you go to my house so I can fuck the shit out of you?
Yeah.
Right. Also, as a native guard, can confirm that depiction is more accurate. Letting you know.
What?
The just half naked Chad version. Just throwing that out there.
Half naked Chad Slenderman. Hey, when I get lost in my
certified
forest.
native confirmed. Throwing that out there.
Certified. I have seen his abs. They're real. I have seen them.
This is a certified Slender classic.
That's what tainted it, though, is the fact that now with any sort of culture, whether it be furries or like some of the horror characters and creepypastas that we've heard of, the first thing that the internet does is we're gonna Rule 34 the hell out of it.
Well, you say that, but like, and if it exists, someone's going, I want to make it hot, and they go like super fast in on it. Like, I think Dead by Daylight was like the funniest one, because it was like the Huntress.
Don't talk to me about this. Please
And-
don't talk to me about this,
and-
please.
See, like,
Please.
like for me, I was like, Dead by Daylight seems cool. Like months after the game's been out, it's like, this game looks cool. I log on and go.
It's
The
a mistake, guard.
Literally, I go, deep doot doot, log in. I'll play a kill the first time. Who the hell's the huntress? And like, literally, I went
Here we
tick,
go.
like literally, I went tick 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 tick. Who's the? I went window key rule34.com. Click the huntress. I was like, oh god damn! Like it was
You
already
honestly
there.
don't even have to go to Rule 34. You could just look up the Huntress and it's there. Let me
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you.
And then
Dude, I was
like,
captivated. I'm like, I get to listen to her whistle all fucking day, and then there's an entire page dedicated to her. Hold on.
yeah,
I'll be back.
Guard, tell me you got the dating sim, please.
the boys want me to play it on stream, and I'm
Let's
considering
go.
it, yeah. But it's kind of funny. It's like, like this is a horror game. I want to fuck your monsters. Wait, hold up. Wait, no. And like, there's fan art of like Trapper and shit, and like buff naked Trapper.
I'm painfully aware.
I was like, what in the god? And it doesn't stop there. If it exists,
No.
someone's going make it sexy. Like
Yep.
I've actually speaking of the whole like the first alien visit, I feel so bad for those aliens because no matter how ugly they are, they're
They're gonna get.
They're
No
yeah,
one-
gonna get
yeah, they're gonna get the
sexified.
business.
Someone is gonna want to stick their dicks in them. It's not
well,
even a
like
question.
remember the Area 51 rush thing? Like we're
Yeah.
we're getting
Like
them
40
aliens.
people showed up.
Send out the Naruto runners.
I kind of wish they'd gone like actually try to charge.
I
that
wish
base.
everyone showed up. That would have been so fucking fun.
I mean,
That would've been
I like the internet historian video that came out
Yeah, I
about
know.
it. That was
That's pretty good.
It's really good. It's really good stuff.
But like, even like, what was it? Fucking Momokun, the weird like black-haired
Yeah.
lady, like that
Mhm.
got Rule 34
Yeah.
fucking quick. Like, oh my gosh, she's so awful. Give her bigger titties. Like, fucking excuse me. And I always kind of laugh because when you're doing art, you find these people and you're like, all right, you want a commission? You want a commission? I'm like, cool. I want this. I'm like, okay. Like, now make her thick. I'm like, oh come on, bro. Like, there's one guy where he would just say thicker. like
More.
yeah,
More.
literally. And I was just like, okay, well here's a sketch. He goes, make her thicker. And I was like, okay. I do a quick. He goes,
Simple request.
he goes, he's like, I remember his like Discord post. It just said THICCER period thicker. And I was like, God damn, brother, come on.
Just a straight declarative statement.
Yeah, just
No question, no remorse.
thicker Wonder Bread. But even then, like, I got my first taste of the deep dark edge of the web when I had to get. I was it was basically a few years ago when I was getting better at my art. I'm not great, no one ever is, but like I got good with with anatomical stuff. And I don't want to dox them or anything, but there is a surgeon in a state who would pay me a lot, like hundreds of dollars for gore stuff, right? And I was like, okay. So we started light. You know what I mean? Like, now give her like,
Right.
now like I remember one was like, now I want you. Now here's what I want. I'm like, okay, I want. It was some weird, hard to explain anime girl, but I wanted like, eating Hermione Granger, and I was like, how do you mean? Because I was like, that'd be kind of awkward to have. He goes,
Elaborate.
because like tearing her stomach
Go
open
on.
and playing with the intent. Like I was like, oh, that's what you mean. It's like like my brain went to like the usual place. This was like, no, pulling out her intestines with their teeth and gnawing the thing. I'm like, oh, that kind of eating her. Okay. And
Oh God.
I was like, you know what? For $400, fuck it, why not? And I should have,
Good man.
I should have said no.
Jesus.
God,
My
I
man's
thought-
is a pioneer. Let's go.
This sounds like the kind of guy that would like get off on like, oh, can you please gut her and use her intestines as a fleshlight? It's like, okay.
bro, like I don't know what his deal was, but like I told him, don't share this anywhere. I'm not gonna post it anywhere. Just keep it between you and me. He goes, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. And then like two other guys went. So I hear about like motherfucker the surgeon because it was only one guy who did that. And
I like that his name is the surgeon.
yeah,
Yeah.
and and like you see this on the daily, bro. Like what do you like? Well, I can't see it like how you see it. I'm like, okay, I get that, sure, okay. But like it got to the point where I was studying like crime scene photos. I was studying those to get like the pose down right because it's really hard to draw a wet intestine correctly. You know what I mean? So
I get.
And
What a statement.
And it got to the point where I was like, motherfucker, like I'm sweating because I'm trying to draw this like kidney correctly in this dude's hand. I'm like, what the fuck? And I finally had I had to stop because like I'll tell him, no, bro, I can't do it. And they would keep upping the money. And I was like, no, bro, I'm good. He goes, $1,000. I'm like, bro, I can't. I go, 1,200. Fuck! Because
Every man has his price.
Every man's got his price. And I was like,
there's a limit.
And the problem was like this is when like I was trying to afford a lot of like car repairs and shit. I'm like, got the whole fucking like fine. So
all I'm seeing is fucking Bon Sunday sitting there like, don't ya worry, man. Every man's got his price.
Literally, is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like just continuously bargaining it up.
Got his price. And it's literally what it was. Like, and I was like, God damn it. And then that was after the furries. When I got better, I was like, you know what? I'm done playing with the furries. They're just
when
weird.
I got better.
That was after.
Yeah, like you know what?
He was in a recovery program.
Like I was like, you know,
that was after the furries and after the doctor lost his medical license.
It was after the dark times.
I was like, you know, no, these furries are weird. I'm gonna go on doing, and then immediately the fucking surge was like, God, where are these people coming from? And I really understood just how deep and dark the internet goes, because there are people out there who have desires and they want to have the desires drawn out. Because the surgeon realized, I'm trying to, I'm postulating, but he couldn't play with the organs like he wanted to. I think he had a sexual attraction towards gore and organs, but he's a professional. He can't.
It was also most likely surgery, because that is an actual affection as well, or kink as well.
Oh yeah, but literally, like I would, because I never asked him, because I would feel weird as fuck. Like, why do you like this?
Hey, it's insight.
I mean,
but like,
there are people out there that I've heard the claim, at least, that there are people out there who are attracted to things like disasters, so they go out and stage car crashes for the purposes of jacking off to it.
Well, it's literally like firebugs, where they like fire, and some guys just like horrifying torn up bodies. But the surgeons are professional because that's how they make their money. They fuck with the body, they're gonna get fired. So they find some internet fucking prior army assholes like, hey, you do art, and like anything goes. And I've had a lot of guys where I've said no.
The surgeon plays fucking Dead Space 2 like a dating sim.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Actually. He goes around stomping on things, but he wants it to be his own foot that just fists them with his foot.
I want to step in your stomach so bad. Sometimes three holes is too boring. Thank you, Mando Theory, for that horrifying
I'll make a few more.
I will make a hole with my toes. But
if it doesn't.
But like being an artist, though, you get the full breadth of how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Oh yeah, I'm.
And it's always the weird ones that have the money.
Always.
It is always. Yeah. It's always like the Hannibal Lecters that has it. But the friends that I'm currently visiting are both artists, and they could probably also tell like hundreds, if not thousands, of stories about like weird people that have wanted to commission them for like the most weird or degenerate shit. Mm-hmm. Just haven't said no or otherwise.
Well, I remember, like, I forget who it was, but I was at a Nugget Fest, and one guy paid me in green tip ammunition to draw something. And then, like, you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name, but he paid me to draw trap art. And he goes, I remember his face. We're at Nugget Fest. And he goes, hey, I got commission idea. I'm like, all right, cool. He goes, I want this character. He pulled out his phone. I'm like, all right, cool, but I want it with a dick. I'm like, God damn it. Like, at first I was safe behind a screen. Like, I don't know you. And now I'm at Nugget Fest, like, I want this girl with a dick. I'm like,
now I want you to draw Nick Beardia in a Sailor Moon costume posing as a femboy.
I was like, ew, gross.
Hey, I'm gonna spread my fucking ass cheeks. You're gonna fucking enjoy it. That's great. I promise. Right, stick it right in there. As wide, I promise. Megan has been helping me out.
Can someone clip that and send it to James, please?
Please? That'd be fantastic. Holy shit.
James is here? No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Hold on. He ain't here. Hold on.
He's probably asleep. Megan is probably sitting here laughing her ass off. Like,
and I hope so.
Because I believe Megan's called Megusa on Twitch, but I don't think Neckbeardy is here. But this man's neck impression is rude. No. So, Goo, that's a free man being James as an impersonation. He thought he was actually here.
I might as well have been. That sounds like something you would say.
Shit, it was so
I mean-
good. Damn.
I mean, if he thinks that if he thinks that he's here, then that's good praise.
Bro, I hate, like, I feel bad because I shouldn't shouldn't laugh, but god damn it.
No, you should. It's okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, James, he would have done it too. I mean, for God's sake, I made a video like how me and Nick Beard got introduced to one another. Well, after we got acquainted and shit like that, we concocted together where it was like, hey, Freeman, can you make a YouTube video or a video promoting my Discord server? And I was like, sure, I'll do that. And I made like a propaganda piece with background footage from Starship Troopers, and it was just kind of voiced over that. And in one segment, when you have like the speech from one of the Supreme Generals before he like resigned himself, I go up as James and it's like, right, so we got a fucking Discord server now. So if you check the link in the description, it should be right there. Also, there's a picture of my ass floating around as well. Looks like Hank Hill. It's like that was the promotional piece, and he was like, nice, this is good. It's good.
Nice, I'll take it. Good
I'll
grief.
pay you in 10 shavings.
I'll pay you an exposure. You're gonna be a star, kid.
Someone was exposed.
Oh, there it is. There's the clip.
There's the clip.
So
We got a clip.
So Domino,
Yes.
Domino is saying he was part of the furry RP Haven in 2013, and he's saying, "Call me out, call me out." So Domino's part of the 2013 furry RP Haven stuff. So he's like part of the what was it? He said he went to some con or something like that. But so there you go. Yeah, you're called out. Congrats. Anyway. But yeah, I always find it kind of tickled by the fact that when like meeting the internet guys in real life, you know, because behind the screen you can kind of like disassociate from who they are. When you have a guy in front of your face saying, "Hey, I want trap porn from you. Here's $40 cash," it's like, "Fuck, am I a whore now?" like you're out in the open, like you can't run, you're exposed. You can see the lust in their eyes. They ask you for that, like, fuck me, fine.
I mean, that's not the end of the world. That's something that can happen. Fuck, I had a person request me like to do like NSFW voice work, which was funny.
Oh yeah, grab my shaft.
Alright, you should do that.
Don't start.
Come on, guard. Come on, guard.
But like the worst part was that trap picture was submitted as evidence against me in court. So I was like, God damn it. So I'll post a picture to y'all's DMs, but literally it was this. I remember sitting there like, you know what? I doubt he can pull out anything that bad, and then boom. I was like, fucking bitch. Well, can you explain this, sir? I was like, yeah, that's a girl with a dick. Because you can't hide. It's there. It's like, well, can you explain this?
Gentlemen, this is what we refer to within our circles as the feminine penis.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So remember, this guy asked me like face to face, like, "Hey, I want this," and make her like seductive. I'm like, okay.
Yep, that is indeed a penis. Yep.
I'm trying to eat breakfast while you like this. Yeah, so Freeman, that's not a problem. If you need to head out, you can go ahead and do so. When you fucking brain catch up to my mouth, you can go ahead and head off whenever you're ready. There's no issue there.
Gotcha.
Just let me know. Just let me know so I can drum you out with style and fashion and panache.
Yeah, no worries. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Got to be off to get to the hotel.
But I really am glad that I hid all like I'm glad I didn't share any of the hardcore like gore art, because that was really hard to explain. Oh yeah, it's an intestine study. Well, why is she eating it? I don't know. I can't explain that.
Nutritional value.
Like at least with like the monster girls and the rifle girls and the femboys succubi, like okay, it's just it's just monster stuff, all right. And like there is one more picture that I will not post here, but I was commissioned to draw a particular pony genre, and
Oh.
and
Oh.
like I did it live in the Discord server for the Nugget Fest, and a guy is gonna make it on a flag. So when I roll into Nugget Fest this year, supposedly there's gonna be a giant pony butthole flag just for me, flapping in the wind.
You should feel honored.
And I'm just like, God, like you think I would know better? Like I would just say no. I was like, hey, you know what? It's a lot of money.
No, I wouldn't think
why
that of
not?
you. I really wouldn't.
And I was like, because I forget what people are capable of. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like this guy spent like $100 to make a fucking custom flag, and I was like, God damn it, man.
You always forget what they're capable of, but then you're always rudely reminded.
Yeah. And I know that Alphonse, one of my players, has 2 tattoos of my art on his body, which was a pretty hardcore dab on my friends. But yeah, so like it's weird knowing that, like how far your art can go and like how deep down the rabbit hole you can find yourself going as an artist. Like I really am glad I had the surgeon never found me again, because I was able to like go to ground and run, and he hasn't been able to find me yet. But it's only
Maybe he's in the stream here tonight, and then you have to do a Byron Hall. You got to take your shit and flee, delete everything.
I'm not Garbro. Just fucking runs.
Yep.
You don't know me. Ain't no one know me. You know shit. So like
I will never release Fatal.
yeah. So a free man. So in the future, how further down the rabbit hole are you gonna go with your videos? Because you went pretty fucking deep for a bit.
I went somewhat deep for a bit, yeah. I've been following several characters, mostly. Been doing interviews with other people from the fandom, kind of telling their shit. The thing was that, well, yeah, it's like people in question that just kind of came from the fandom that wanted to talk about it. And the thing that kind of made me a little bit uncertain was the fact that the video got a lot of views. It got fairly popular, the first one. And I said, like, right, I want to have 3 interviews. One with, I'm going to make 3 more videos. One interview with a person that agrees. One with a person that disagrees. And then we're going to have a final one as a little bit of a summarization as to what I feel and think about these things. So basically it was supposed to be a continuation. The thing was, out of every single one that replied in my emails, only one furry disagreed with what I was saying at the time. And I brought him on, and what he had to say was defeated within like 4 minutes. So it was kind of like, okay, this doesn't really help anything. And then like it became like a positive feedback loop. And I'm the kind of guy that's like, if everyone shouts you on for something like that, something felt weird. It feels weird to me. So I kind of just like, okay, I think either I'm doing something wrong or I'm doing something right, but I am very unsure as to which, because I don't trust the internet spurring me on.
I am curious, like, did you get any hate for those videos at all? Or like, how could you do this to us, free man? Or like, did you
Yes, I did, but in silence. It was more along the line of, I never got any hate emails or something like that. Sometimes I would get comments like from, I remember one in specific that I got. It was like I think at least some 13 or 14-year-old, because there was spelling mistakes all over the place and they came off as extremely emotionally inept. So I just kind of like ignored it.
This is persecution.
Basically, I never received any hate though. I was lucky in that sense. Though, I know that there's people that like me, because I had a friend of mine go into one of the biggest Discord servers for furries. And
they have those?
Yes. Discord. Do you know who fucking made it?
Sorry, I forgot. As you were.
Yes.
As you were.
Shame. So the thing was, so this person, he went into the server because he was going to do something else there, and I got really curious. So I was like, can you please, if you go into VC, ask them if they know me? Because that would be the funniest shit.
Do you know the free man?
And he went into the VC, did his thing, talked, and then eventually was like, hey, have you guys ever heard of Afreemanornot, and what do you think of him? They barely got to finish the name before they scoffed and was like, oh, that guy. It's like, they fucking loathed me. It was like, oh, he's such a fucking bad egg. Okay. Could you elaborate? No, apparently no. They just really didn't like me. I never found out why.
He's such a bad egg exposing our dirty laundry.
Yeah.
How could you?
Fuck him.
Fuck
How
him.
could I? It stank up the whole apartment. I had to do something, all right? It was for the rest of the residents.
I see. All right. So, like you said, you got to head off and get to your thingamabobber. So, free man, thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it. This has been a a chat, to say the least. I think
Yeah, it's been fun.
I think the best parts were the James impersonations that caught me off guard.
Phenomenal.
That was
I
good.
was here.
I was here. I saw it live.
I mean, seeing as you've not gotten to hear it, is there something that you wanted to hear from
Oh,
Nick Beardia that you never have heard him say that I could do? Now's your chance. Now's your chance.
I like our friendship. I want to say no.
Come on, guard.
That has me so.
Oh man! And before I finish, because Flash of Green asked the question, I'll answer it. He asked the question. So, are you gonna to guest voice act for Guard's project?
I saw it. I mean, if you want to. I mean, I usually pay for my projects, so it's up to you, free man. I mean,
Sure, I'm down.
If you want to be a evil fae or a fantasy creature humping human, that can definitely fit you in somewhere.
Nick Beardy as a fairy? No, Nick Beardy as a witch. It's the witch
Oh
of the
my
wood.
god, yes.
I want to cast a fucking spell on you.
Right? You fucking walking in my woods there? You like walking there? You fella shit. I'm gonna get fairies on you. I'm gonna get fucking fairies on you. I'm gonna get you out of this fucking forest right now.
The hard part is trying to write in that accent for in the book, like apostrophes
true, huh?
everywhere. A flood of apostrophes.
He has the best accent in the worst way possible.
He really does.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
amazing.
All right, but a free man, you are free to go whenever you wish, and I'll finish up with these three here.
I'm a free man.
You're a free man now, or not? Time will
I was
tell.
just
Or
about
not.
to say that. Damn it.
My podcast, my line. Stay in your lane.
Sorry.
Well, thank you for bringing me on. It was very fun, and yeah, I'll definitely be down to checking out your project, Guard. So yeah, no, I'd absolutely like to do it. And for the people in question that might be watching from my audience that wonder where the videos are, they will come. I'm not done with YouTube. It's just I do it when I feel like it. It's not for the money. I do it for fun. All right.
Amen.
Good man.
Amen.
You know it. All right. Kiss your homies. Good night. Good night.
Pleasure meeting you. Take care.
Kiss your homies good night. This fucking guy. So Domino's trying to come in here, and I don't think you guys know Domino. Do three of you know about the All Skeleton Party or no?
I do.
So Domino was drunk skeleton, and he's drunk right
Yeah.
now. So he's here now.
Hello.
Let's party.
Good to know.
So Domino was
Got red on me bones.
So Domino was telling me about his cringe furry history and the fucking DMs, and actually a while back too.
Boy.
I
Because
like how this turned into a
Hang on,
furry
let me
episode,
hit
by
this
the way.
Baki style real quick. Boy,
so I believe Domino, you went to one on accident, like or some shit.
oh,
What-
yeah,
excuse me?
completely on accident. So it was 2012, and
It was the year 2012.
we went to this convention. Yeah, it was 2013 actually. Thank you for
The
correcting.
year of our Lord,
Uh,
2013. It was a splendid year.
2013, dude, the year that was not supposed to happen. Oh God, I wish it hadn't. But anyhow, so we went to this convention in South Jersey, right? Way out of the way at a hotel that shall remain nameless. But there was nothing around this hotel at all. But they had chosen to have this comic convention there. And one of the rooms, I was looking around on the fucking... You know how you walk into a convention, they give you a pamphlet that gives you like an event schedule for all the panels and
Oh,
shit,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Timetable.
So I looked through one, and like late in the afternoon, like 4:30 to 5:30, I'm like, who the fuck has a panel at 5:30? First of all. Second of all, what is this? All it says is Furroticon. And I was like, all right.
What in the Sam fuck's a Furroticon?
Okay. You know, I had just recently graduated high school, so I was able to throw myself full honk into the cringe that is the furry fandom. And the OG website I was on was called Furry RP Haven. It's dead and gone now. If you use Wayback Machine, I think you can find it.
Furry RP Haven.
Yeah, it used to be way back when I think it's called Fur Affinity. When Fur Affinity was in its early days, Furry RP Haven was at one point like considered its equal. But as the years went on, clearly everything trended towards FA. It was just better run, nicer website, better staff, etc. But I digress. So I go to this event, and truly, there's some twists to this story, brother. Hang on, let me get a drink real quick.
It's like I gotta grab a whiskey.
Oh my god, no, dude, I'm like 2.5 deep, and it's necessary for this.
Oh, boy.
Fair.
Believe me. It was 50-50 Monster and vodka, and I had 2 of those. And right now we're looking at a Jack and Coke in the same proportions.
This is every day at the fucking skeleton party. Hey, Domino, how you doing? Drunk? All right, cool.
Dude, we can talk about that later. There are some stories. Anyhow, so obviously, I'm a recent high school graduate. I can't drive places on my own. Who took me to this convention? I'll give you one guess.
Your mom.
My parents. My parents took me to this convention.
God.
Nobody else, I will give my mom mad props, nobody else knew that any of this ever transpired. She could hide state secrets from the CIA. I swear to God. Because she has never, in 10 years, revealed any of that to anybody. But
Mom's 10
I'm like, hey, Mom, I don't know what this is, but I want to check it out. She was like, well, at least the art's good. All right, let's go.
Damn.
I wish I could exaggerate. I really wish I could. But, anyhow, so we get there and we walk in. And the room, this is an anomaly as far as the furry community goes, from what I can tell. The room was, and I shit you not, like 50-50 male-female. And most folks there looked average. One or two looked fairly well below average. One or two looked fairly well above average. I was pleasantly surprised. And then they started explaining the card game. So the way Furroticon works is, I told Guard and DMs, but I'll give you the Cliff Notes version is Magic the Gathering, right? Except there is no mana burn. And rather than exhausting your opponent's, total mana / hit points, you are exhausting their ability to resist orgasm.
I hate every word you just said, all of it.
The mix did not
all right.
Here.
So instead of field cards, what you have are called
attack your orgasm, motherfucker.
No, well, I mean, you laugh, but
no, I'm not laughing.
Oh, not yet, son. Trust me.
There's only cringe here. There's only
you
cringe. You will, big sip.
Anyway.
It's like, I gotta draw this one.
Yeah, I really fucking do. Holy shit. Oh, wow, the bottom is all whiskey. Ugh.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? That's going to work in my favor. Anyway, so the goal is, instead of like a field card, You only get that you can maybe have multiple of in Magic. In Furroticon, you get one, and it is the, for lack of a better term, main character. It is a creature card that also serves as a field card. Who is It's a special class of field card, basically. That is a named character that is the head of a harem. Now, your harem consists of basically
It's just
what your
getting
hand
worse.
is. So just chill. It's going to sound more like Magic every time you supplant a term that I give you with something you know from Magic the Gathering.
And he basically said it's the commander in like EDH.
Yeah, okay, yeah. There you go. And then so you deploy, I think it's like three or four characters to the field, and that's basically your harem, and your harem competes with the opposite individual's harem to see who can, I'm not even shitting you, outfuck them the fastest.
I just hate it. I hate it so much.
Oh, it gets better, friend. Every time, so the individual creature cards compete, and they have hit points measured in like stamina and what was the other fucking thing? It's like stamina, and they had another counter, but it didn't help that the counters were opaque black and opaque white. So let your imagination do what it must. But anyway, if you defeat a creature and your attacking creature had like excess fucking attack points going into a roll, and it was successful, and you defeat whatever the creature is, whatever those excess attack points are, strike the owner of the harem, taking off 1 point from their stamina, etc., until one of the other achieves orgasm. There's different ways to, there's different cards that can enhance the characteristics of other cards. You can degrade your opponent's cards. You can do both at once or none or skip all this other shit, right? But anyhow, I, as a brand new 18-year-old, met, I think there were 3 people running the actual panel that were also part of the company. 2 people were the co-founders. 1 person was like a new hire, right? And the enthusiasm with which they explained to a room of strangers that you need to make your furry whores make the owl owner of this harem
Fuck off.
nut before the other owner of the harem nutted was perhaps the most disturbing part of it. It did not help.
I hate all of this.
Now I want you to imagine you're in my seat, right?
Ready, set, nut.
Bro. It did not help that when they said, all right, we're going to hand out some decks. These are promotional, limited edition, which is sad because actually about 3 years ago, they stopped producing anything almost. Now it's all done through Tabletop Simulator.
Yes, a horrible tragedy.
Such a great loss.
Yeah.
How will we go on without such a boon of gaming?
The world is a lesser place for it, truly. But they when they said, all right, turn to the person to your left, that's going to be your opponent, and I turned to my left and I was like, oh no. And my mom was looking at me. I was like, fuck no, dude. All right. And I reached forward and I tapped the fucking sweaty neckbeard in front of me on the shoulder, and I was like, hey man, we're playing. They're like, this is, you and me are playing. He was like, no, they said the person left. I was, no.
I am not making my mom nut. Get over here.
Yeah, it was the most awkward shit I've ever even had to consider in my entire life.
Imagine this.
Like,
imagine this trying to iron will yourself as you stare at your mom going, I make you nut for 2 points.
I never even. I was so firmly against the notion of that I literally. Okay, so imagine Guard. You're gonna have to forgive me. Imagine Guard, but ginger and with glasses and like 320 pounds.
Oh, I know one of those.
Yeah, that is the person that I played my first game of Furroticon against.
Nice.
And to look this man dead in the eye across this folding plastic table and say, I think I made you orgasm. was perhaps the single most humiliating thing my mother has ever had to hear me say. And
I think I made
every
you
day
orgasm.
that I draw breath, I thank her for never mentioning it to a single soul, because goddamn, if that shit made it to anybody on LinkedIn, I would be destitute.
It wasn't for your sake, it was for hers. She had to watch it happen.
I can just picture
Bro.
like Domino like laying down, like, all right, time for a will and night sleep. I think I made you come. These eyes snap awake. Oh, cold sweat. Okay, it's the past still. It's not here.
Dude, it was bad. It was so bad. And I was actually okay. Another weird thing. So the person my mom played against was
Another
like
weird
a
thing.
hot, like
Oh, Mom did
college
ultimately
age
play.
chick. Imagine like the sexy librarian trope from every porno you've ever seen that involves one, right?
Mm.
Oh god.
That's who my mom got to play against. All right. She got to like enjoy her college fantasy. Meanwhile, I'm over here with the guy whose screen name on Xbox is probably like
Pussy Slayer
X
9000.
capital X, Shadowblade _13 X capital X. Like
XX
dude.
Poon Slayer 69 XX.
But it was still
420.
preferable. It was preferable to the alternative. I would have taken death over any of them in the moment, but
I'm not sure how to mentally receive that story.
you don't have to. Don't even say the word receive. Don't bring that energy into the universe.
I blacked out. The fuck we talking about?
I'm still stuck on the whole tattoo mana to twist your nips.
Flash green. Domino, I stopped drinking for a reason. You make me want to reach for that bottle.
Now imagine this game and it incorporated Pot of Greed.
Dude. So there was
Balls
I think you
of
got
greed.
like one card. Oh god.
Yeah, dude.
You got like one card a deck that let you draw extra you got one card a deck that let you draw extra cards. But even then, it was super rare. But once the games were finished, the people on the panel basically said, "All right, that's it. Go forth and tell people about FurrataCon." And I looked
Go
at my mom.
forth and
my
come.
mom looked at me, and I was like, "Can we just not tell anybody about this?" She's like, "Yeah, no, the art was good, but we're not. No, okay, yeah, you're good."
Hey, Mom, can we just forget it's ever happened? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
sweetie,
straight up. Yeah, it was, dude. Neither of us knew what we were walking into.
Mom, I
was
don't feel
so-
cash money anymore. Now that I've
It
son.
was so bad, dude. It was so bad. Like, from an objective perspective, it was cool to meet, the creators of a fledgling tabletop game for an incredibly niche market that were really enthusiastic about it.
But
On the other hand, I have never cringed so hard in my entire life as when sitting next to my biological mother. I had to listen to the creator of this game say, if you don't make them orgasm first, then they're going to make you orgasm. And I just like, the feeling when it feels like all of your intestines are turning into a super dense knot inside of your abdomen, and you just want to like fold yourself into that singularity and cease to exist? Like, that's what it was, dude.
well, somehow, despite me
They have
drawing,
a Discord, by the way.
like, despite me drawing gore porn, somehow I feel worse for you than I do for myself. That really does mean something. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's-
you
Man.
poor soul.
Yeah.
See, I think the chemical X in that is the whole. It's because you're with your mom. Like if maybe it's just because I'm deep down this fucking rabbit hole of courage to where nothing shocks me anymore. If I was with one of my homies, I would have been like, "All right, bet me and you 1-on-1, let's go."
Like, imagine if it, like you had
Bro.
to like make your mom
Hey,
I
babe.
it feels weird saying that particular phrase out loud, like make your mom come.
Yeah, imagine hearing that instructed to you by 3 people staring at you across a plastic table.
You there, make your mom orgasm. Come on, man.
Your objective. Yeah, it was bad.
Soldier, here's your objective. Make mommy go. Never mind.
I think I'd rather
Shut-
cease to exist.
You just
I-
like a
dude.
boxing ring coach. coming
Objective
out.
updated. Make mommy come. Like, motherfucker.
God, dude. It
Literally.
was bad. as soon as they started saying that shit, I was like, all right, I'm picking the guy in front of me.
I
Find
regret ever coming here. I want to go home and get ice cream and never forget this ever happened. Mom, please
It
help
was
me.
bad, dude. We went to TGI Fridays afterwards. It did not make anything better.
Just like shell shocked at a table, staring in silence at your hands, like
Eating potato skins.
Yeah, dude.
Eating potato
We
skins.
had the cheesy bacon potato skins.
Yes,
And
sir.
I had like some chicken tenders and a burger, and my dad and my older brother and younger brother and my mom, and we're all at the table. And my brothers and my dad are talking about all the different shit they saw, and my mom and I are just fucking silent.
You did.
Like-
You had. Sounds like you had a great time.
I did not say shit about anybody about fuck.
So, son, how's the con? I made mom orgasm. Pardon?
No. No. See, that was the ultimate fear, was that I would ever have to even consider that sentence as something my brain would formulate. And I did everything in my power to avoid it. Thank fucking God. The actual literal neckbeard in front of me, wearing, mind you, cut off BDU shorts and a gray sweat-stained tank top, agreed to fucking play me. Because that was preferable in every way.
Sir, please. I don't want to make mom orgasm. I beg you. Please.
It was bad, dude. It was a bad time. Cool game, but it was a bad time.
It was a bad time.
The thing is, so I have, when I was leaving, right, they gave everybody a deck to play with, and then they let you keep it. So I kept mine.
Oh, yeah? Did you play with your
And
deck the
then-
entire day?
God damn it. I thought I was the one drinking. Clearly, there has been a miscommunication. Anyhow, because I won and the guy in front of me was like, yeah, this is like a lame horny version of Magic.
It's a lame, horny version of Magic.
It's true.
I make your goblin orgasm. Ugh, fine.
I mean, from the
No.
fucking sounds of
It wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't goblins. You don't get to deflect with Monster Girl. It was like, no, I make your male jaguar prostitute orgasm on top of your stable master. I'm not even shitting. Even for a second,
Your male jaguar prostitute.
bro. I looked this man in his eyes through the windows to his soul, and I said, I made you orgasm. And I felt a small... You know how in, like, Harry Potter, when, like, you want to create a Horcrux, you have to cut off a piece of your soul and let it die and then instill it in an object?
The fucking Horcrux.
That's how it fucking felt. It felt like I had separated a piece of my being. Like, taken a piece of the fire of creation that God, our Lord and Savior, stuck in me away from myself and doused it so that I could live with myself after saying that shit.
You know, you think you know somebody, but they turn out that there's a level of them you never knew they had. Like, the almost a weird degenerate furry section.
I got rid of that part, bro.
No. You see, this is like a cancer. You may get rid of the bulk of it, but there's still some just wiggling around inside you, festering.
Why do you have to say it like that?
I guarantee there's a little bit of furry inside you still. Like, hey, see that Fox Girl character? Don't you want to fuck it? Like, where the hell did this come from? Like, I'm back, baby. It'd be a huge ass tumor in your chest. Now go fuck that fox. No. You're like trying to fight yourself. Like, no, I left you behind. This is the past.
This is the reason I go to confession every month.
Forgive me, Father.
I was just napping.
Forgive me, Father. We know furries. We know Domino.
Father O'Reilly, please, it happened again.
I swear to God, stop fucking the damn
my son.
foxes.
Son, why do you talk to me about this every time? Just.
Did you fuck another jaguar? I did, Father. I'm sorry, but he was just luscious.
Shut the fuck up.
I did not see this.
Oh
going
my
this way.
God. God, dude, it was a rough night. It was a really rough night. Luckily, the next day, we all went to a workshop about how to paint a mini, and I got to blow. I got to.
You got the blow, did you? Huh?
Shut the hell up! I got to paint a guardsman who had been blown up, so that I could stick. That was the cool thing. Was this guy was making like a you know how Warhammer 40k fuckers build like giant dioramas to have wars on?
Yeah.
So I got to paint a guardsman that had been like blown up partially, and like stick him where I wanted on this diorama, and like everyone got to do that, and I think it was kind of cathartic for me because the guardsman had like, if you can imagine like a crescent shaped bite / explosion related chunk torn out of like the center of his abdomen.
Is that a jaguar bite?
Shut.
You should have never told me. What's wrong with you? What were you thinking?
I trusted you.
Never trust me with this kind of shit.
Yeah, that's
Extreme.
Are we gonna bring up? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna bring that up. Be in bad faith.
No. Bring up what? Send in DMs.
No, I'm not.
Send in DMs.
Later.
So no, do it now. Fuck you. Do it now. DJ Drevo Sieglin, do you want to weigh in on this particular subject?
Please give me a chance to type.
No, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, no. I'd rather just not.
Me.
You know, this feels like a good solo act.
Help me.
Help me.
I'll say this much. On the plus side, now that you've experienced this, nothing ever will compare to that. If you're ever faced with another like awkward, cringy moment, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is weird, but it won't be as weird as that.
Let me show you what weird really like.
Right now, you're about to mentally scar him with Jaguars. Just like, oh god, he's gonna see a Jaguar car pull up. No.
Domino, very funny. We don't talk about real life gremlin, okay? We just don't do it. We don't do that. These guys are not ready for real life gremlin. Right?
Okay.
They're not ready
Okay.
for it.
Here's a question though.
What?
So we've talked about furry this entire time. I listened to most of your discussion with Freeman, and you talked about the dark days, the start of Guard Bro.
Jesus.
However, there was a chapter that was skipped, and I noted that with interest.
Which chapter would that be?
The chapter involving corporals scolding privates for marrying strippers because they're. I can't roll my R's, but can somebody in here roll their R's? I'm very curious.
I can.
Can you say perfect, but roll? No. So the line is, but corporal, she's perfect.
Corporal, she's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know the image you're talking about.
Son of a bitch.
I do know the image.
So, okay, full disclosure, a short while after, one of the first things that I did when Discord was a thing, I didn't get on Discord in the early days, but still pretty early, like right around 2018. I got on, I joined the Commando blog Discord. That was that was an adventure. Anyhow.
That was an adventure.
Left that, I actually had seen some of Guard Bro's work before, and I saw him on the podcast. He was in the Discord, and I friended him, and I was like, "Hey, man, can I get an invite to your server? You'd mentioned you had your own server at some point." And you're like, I guess weirdo,
the first
sure.
server, yeah.
Yeah, the original Outpost. Holy shit.
Yep, still there too.
Anyhow. Well, I don't know. I would give that like a 3. It was kind of high pitched and short. So
move along, you get to the point.
So I meet Guard Bro by A, getting drunk. Surprise, surprise. And
Surprise,
B,
surprise.
Pinging him at, and I'm not, Guard Bro, correct me if I'm wrong, pinging him relentlessly between the hours of 1 a.m. and 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which for him was still midnight to 1 a.m.
I believe the pings topped out at 111 or some shit. Like, you were just spamming that bitch.
I was copy paste entering, and I was in a state the first time I spoke to this man.
That's putting it lightly.
But I had pinged him and pinged him and pinged him and pinged him, and he finally answers me in DMs, and he goes, "It's 1 a.m. What do you want?"
Bitch, what the fuck?
And my response was, "Get in VC, you coward." And so, of course, to stop the pings and allow him the blessed rest of sleep, he obliges. Immediately after that, I berate him for the next hour and a half while incredibly drunk in his own voice chat, in the server that he pays to keep up, that he invited me to.
Mistake.
And I was like, oh man. At some point, the topic of like your art came up, and you were saying things basically like calm me down and talk me off a ledge of like saying some really fuck shit over Discord. God bless you, honestly. I would not have been as patient with myself. It's pretty impressive. But the short version is I eventually Googled the name that he drew under and found a series of images. Images that were furry in nature, tying it all back into this
Do
podcast topic.
not say the name. I'm trying to bury that
I won't.
fucking thing.
I won't. No worries, man. We're good. No problem. Pay me $100 and I will not release them.
What's that? Blackmail time.
Yeah, there we go. Entrapment. But so, I started Googling a couple names here and there, and I was really curious, and I found a couple things, and that's where that specific quote came from, because it is so close to reality that when I saw that of the gallery that it was inside of, I should say, of several drawings that were also furry in theme.
I'm telling you, you can't escape this shit, man.
Nope.
It always comes back. We always come back.
Fucking internet.
Come on your back. Anyhow,
Shut up.
make me, daddy. Anyhow.
Anywho. Like, I have hovered over the mute button like 4 times, like, nope.
No, well, I understand the rules of podcast, unlike certain other so-called professionals that you and I both interacted with over our years. And so I avoid. I tiptoe upon and behind the line of what is acceptable. But
anyway, the
point being, there was a period in time where between the gore and the trap commissions that he was held hostage for, the man had to find some demographic to pander to. And boy, at the time it was furries. And I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. When Guard had to draw the character that was a stand-in for himself, it was a cat. Cat boy guard bro is canon. Change my mind. You can't.
Cat? What the fuck are you talking about?
It was. Where's the fella that can roll his R's? Perfect. What was that?
Don't. Anyway, move along. Get to your point.
No. I just said my point.
You are dragging this shit out.
Cat boy. My point is guard bro is a cat boy. He's avoided his fate as all his life, and he can't now. It's real. He's acknowledged it.
I'm trying to find that fucking image. That's the issue. Because
it's old, dude.
Because my friend Austin, I believe, was the one who fucking commissioned that shit.
The last time I think I sent it to you, but it was on my old profile, right? And that profile got deleted. And then like a year after Discord told me it was deleted, I got sent one of those emails that says your Discord profile was found in a Discord that contained extremist content. You should be careful about what Discord, one of those emails. But yeah, I found like all shit. I think I found like 5 of them, and I sent them to you. And in every single one, Mr. Guardbro pictured himself as a fella in uniform with ears and a tail, and for lack of a better term, a
I
muzzle.
did what I was paid to do, man.
So, fellas, if you have to commission any Guardbro furry art, make sure that it's a cheetah or jaguar.
Sorry that commissions are closed from here till fucking eternity. Ain't doing that shit. Oh yeah, $400. Fuck
Oh
off.
my god. Oh.
That surgeon again. He can run it.
They're just like, hey buddy, like you again. I'm trying to find that fucking image because I'm scrolling through my ancient catalog and I'm just cringing as I'm scrolling through those.
But
shit.
Corporal, she was, who can say perfect? Say it and roll your R.
Perfect.
Corporal, her name was Cinnamon, and I love her.
See,
Yes.
I found it. I found the image.
Oh,
God damn
yeah! There we go, son. All
Yes.
right.
I forgot his rank is boot.
Yeah! It's so good.
God,
Oh, dude, put it up on stream. Come on, the people.
So I
the
will.
people need to know.
I will say for a fact the name tag says Smith. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, Private Snuffy.
I will. God damn it! Hold on. Copy. I don't want to do this.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I don't want to show the shame.
You do. Do it for the content.
Come on, guard.
Hold
I
on.
showed my
the
shame
people.
to the world.
I showed you my dick. Now show me the fucking cat boy. Okay. And it's down at the bottom too. Actually, let's see here.
Of course, it's on the bottom. It would be a bottom, wouldn't it?
Shut.
No.
You're
I
going,
would like everybody
you're going
present.
to the fucking gulag.
Let's see how many viewers. We got 16 viewers plus the folks in this call. 20 plus people. Now,
Where's this fucking?
know what you had to deal with during the recording of the all skeleton party.
Yeah, it's
Mind you,
daily bullshit.
hey now, I am not yet drunk enough to be doing the accent. I'm not in character.
Who, Father Seamus?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to. Where the fuck is it? God damn it!
God bless America. Those were some amazing days. I have never been.
Oh, the old skeleton
okay.
party days.
To Guardbro's credit, as a DM, he was very old school. He was of the old guard. At one point
old
during the
guard.
campaign, he contacted the group. He said, "Hey, just want you guys to know we're going to be kind of sort of winging it because I got kicked out of the Dungeons and Dragons 5e official Discord. The reason for this was that
Oh boy.
while talking to other people who were DMing active sessions,
Oh.
someone had said, "Oh, well, you should give your players a break from time to time. If they want a role to go well badly enough, you should give it to them. It enhances gameplay." Guard's response, captured in 4K, live, broadcast to the world, was, and I quote, "Live by the dice, die by the dice, bitch." Immediately followed by his kick and ban from the official D&D 5e
Yeah,
server.
so there's a bit more to that. Like, there were a few choice images posted that they didn't take kindly to, and I got removed like a fucking wart. So the image is on screen. This is.
Oh, I see.
Hey!
So, chat, if you notice, his patch is a soup sandwich. That's a.
There it is!
Nice.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So there's a lot of army humor in this. Like he's part of the boot unit. He's got a soup sandwich unit patch. He's got a snuff mushroom on his fucking medallion for the fucking beret.
Oh my god,
And
dude.
now the joke is that corporals get all the NCO jobs, but like none of the NCO pay. So it's like basically this is your entire day until you die. Or get
This is why the
promoted.
Navy is better.
Amen.
Oh god. Okay, I am ending this shit show. Boys, say goodbye.
Oh
Bye.
man! All right,
Yes,
well,
Bye.
it has
This has
been
been a
a
blast.
ride.
Holy
I
shit.
hope you've all enjoyed. Please do commission Guardbro for some artwork. Check out his
And we're
Discord.
leaving.